Are you going to feel great playing into an inch? Not really. But you're going to play at 5 Pugna to unlock your draft. Yeah, I like
it's really nice against Jug. Like, Kuro's the man to watch this match because you have that ability to completely negate the Omni Slash, the damage from Mars throughout his ultimate. You can do a lot of work. Plus the Nether Ward, you know, one of the highest rated abilities in ability draft for a reason. It is a perfect kit to play on your 5 here.
Yeah. Is it enough? Is it going to win him the game?
I think the lack of... Yeah, I think Nigma will be winning this game just because Liquid has the lack of cheap lockdown to prevent a mid to late game puck and PL combo just running throughout the entire game and just being ever so strong. So it just feels Liquid is always looking to try and win the game early. Oh, sorry. No, wait. Nigma's trying to look the game early, but this time they don't need to. They can just scale beautifully. So they kind of changed up their script going into game 3, unlike what they tried doing in game 1 and 2. So
it really, I think, depends on who comes out of the lanes. In theory, Juggernaut should have an incredible time up top. And I believe if Mickey has a phenomenal game, he will just be able to carry this pretty much all by himself. I think it's the closest draft of the series so far.
Okay, well, I am very happy to hear that. That means we're in for a good one here for the third and deciding game. Let's hear more about this game from Cap and Fogged.
That's right. These two teams matched up against each other last season. Early on, actually in week 1, they went to a game 3. Liquid took game 1, but Nigma ended up taking the series. Is history going to repeat itself? We'll have to see as we're going to jump inside the game. Fogged. What do you think? Is this going to be a Nigma victory? Are they going to do it again to Liquid?
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Definitely looks good for the puck. Definitely looks quite nice for the PL as well. I definitely do like their draft. I think Liquid, you know, they have to have some type of sheer confidence in the Warlock, picking it 3 times in a row for Insania. But they're gonna go for it.
5-man stacked up Liquid. They really like doing this last patch when the early nighttime change occurred. They just were one of the first teams to just start 5-manning around the map in Europe, and they're going to continue to do so here. Nigma, of course, wise to their tricks, going to just hold a defensive 5-man themselves, or 4-man rather.
Yep. I actually I like to see the 5-mans whenever there's a jug. I actually thought we'd see like the punch back with GH because they have tag team and all that, but they're actually afraid. You know, tag team, when you're playing into that spin, it can just be completely negated. So it's actually good that Nigma, I feel like, just take the more passive approach.
Begins! Still gonna get to a piece? Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you make of the 5-position Pugna for Kuro? We've got a 4-position Enchantress for Taiga.
I like 5-position Pugna. I think it's something that's actually a bit underrated. I think Nether Ward is an ability that people just always sleep on. It scales incredibly well. A lot of times in these team fights, you know, you're going to see heroes probably a little bit limited on mana, and that's going to be because of this Nether Ward in a lot of situations. And he's got good save. Again, I actually see Liquid having, you know, T-Governor was actually the one who kind of like brought the idea of like how it works in my head too a couple times of when Liquid commits, they kind of have to really commit on their fights. Well, I feel like Nigma can actually just like poke and resetting, but take these long duration fights a lot better. And Liquid has to have some explosive initiations.
Well, Taiga, you saw the double sentry placed by Kuro to be able to block out the hard camps. And he actually just went impetus and is pressuring the high armor agility hero of the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, looks good. This is a good lane. I like this Mars and this Enchantress versus PL. ILTW will get slowed down a little bit here, so that's exactly what you want to be doing. And on the other side, Jug, I don't think Mick is going to get slowed down almost at all. Centaur does have a bit of a base damage advantage, but Jug's animation's just gorgeous, and he's got a Warlock behind him to boot. So that's definitely promising for Liquid just off of the lanings.
Sorry, I paused there earlier. So Taiga did plant his own sentry, right, and found Kuro's sentry. And then I'm presuming he's going to deny this in time for the 2-minute ward. I assume so, anyway.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just hits level 2 as well, so yeah, he can take it out. I love that you can do this now, honestly. Just being able to kill your own wards. Even teammates being able to kill your wards, I think it's actually quite huge. They're pinging it right away. Kuroki's probably like, ILTW or me actually have to go block this hard camp, so he's probably telling ILTW try for it, but they can't actually. Foxy as well, just blocking off the area, so hard camp is available. Taiga is going to be real happy, and oh, he's blessed.
Nice. See, like that. All 3 of those creeps are great to use.
You know, you get the Satyr, you throw around the bombs, you get the Mana Stealer, and he's actually going to farm the camp for the extra creep waves here. Boxy pulling this all the way back, a double creep wave, and is actually going to try and deny half of the creep wave here, while Taiga will address Kuro's presence.
That's really nice. It's gonna mean that AlcodeTV does get some more secure farm, but he's still dealing with the Satyr, so it's still a little annoying for him. The blast coming through and harassing him, but he will get some guaranteed last the way that lane will now stabilize in a moment. But Boxy, if he keeps this wave here, he's gonna be able to deny an entire another wave. No, the range creep left. Oh, I see this happen so much lately. Dude, the range creep just goes to the tower. He had it on him.
Well, I mean, that's disastrous,
so
right?
Impactful.
Yeah.
It's such a big deal. I've seen this happen now with range creep so often, where they're aggroing neutral camps and towers when you wouldn't think so. And okay, lane's gonna push now into AlcodeTV's favor. So some fortunate stuff for Nigma and some unfortunate stuff for Boxy a little bit here.
Yeah, and we saw also Kuro and Taiga continue to have a battle. Century for century once again. Taiga still keeping the camp open, but Kuro did manage to body block it. So there's a ton of mind games going on in this top lane. And I love to see this sort of thing, because it goes to show you clearly understand how the enemy team wants to be able to play their lane, and you're coming up with ideas on how to contradict that. And they, you know, and then in turn they try and counter your counter, and it's just a fun little back and forth.
I love when I see just clever little things to just like win you lanes. I remember there was like a time when the people were picking like the 4/5 tinies, and they would like start tri lane in their safe lane, and they just like they do the pull, and then the tiny just sits there, and it's like if you come interfere with the pull, you're getting tossed under tower and you just die. Like these kind of like tricky little things just to ensure the pulls are not.
Oh, long shard
again.
There was just a little gap to get through there, and doesn't even miss the range creep with the avalanche. He takes that last hit.
Doesn't get a bottle refill though. They did not check the rune for him, so GH will be able to grab one, Miracle grab the other, and Koifa, he's sad. Empty bottle, still has some good mana though.
Right, crazy. I feel like this has happened maybe all 3 games now, where Koifa's left. He's an island here. He's getting no assistance.
Yeah, it's quite we've seen his bottom.
Okay, never mind. He's good. He has a healing ward. Mind control actually take a lot of damage from this bit from the Warlock.
Nice little Vanguard going to be coming up for mind control, of course. The best item you can get on most of these strength offlaners now.
Koifa's really feeling that empty bottle now, and Miracle knows it too. He's going to pressure him underneath this tower. Koifa approaches, avalanches, pulls the creep wave back. Miracle. He lands both his nukes. Koifa would get kind of low, but probably not enough to risk anything here.
Dire's courier has
he loses his courier to the tower, and those are his boots, so maybe not.
Oh no!
Attention, so that's a little crippling there for Miracle, and Koifa has boots himself, so he'll be a little bit speedier in all these occasions now. Versus his puck for the next minute or so. That's a whoopsie.
Yeah, not great. Kuro had to TP out because he was caught by Taiga's Hellbear, so he's going to be out of the lane for a bit. How's the Centaur lane? We haven't actually watched it too much with all the shenanigans going up at top, but 21-0 for the Centaur, so he's actually doing okay. Him and the Phantom Lancer are not doing the best, but...
Yeah, he got left alone, right? GH went to go check the runes, so that's going to happen. Mind control gets left for a second. You can't lane nearly as well. This time, though, they are checking runes.
They are. Taiga, he is going to be the victim of checking said runes. Surely, maybe not. Okay, yes, he is. they check.
Give it to Miracle.
That is how we do things in the north.
They check with 1 support. Nigma checks with 2.
Yeah. Kuro, I mean, that's some patience, right? Kuro literally is just waiting there. He could have lasted him. He's just like, all right, give it a Miracle. And then GH comes in. He's like, no. I'm securing this kill.
Tied him up with the neutrals. Always a good play, the Fatal Bonds, but an easy camp is a little bit less. You get him on a hard camp or something, that is a lot of damage that can come in. Boxy. So you have he's got a Soul Ring and a Mango, so his mana is deceptively low right now. He actually does have enough for a combo, and he's really wants to keep the pressure on AlcodeTV.
He He's just dancing around. They're putting so much pressure on the tower. The Medallion Centaur with 13 armor just tanking up for this tower to take out the majority of it. It's probably going to die to this wave, and they're going to get Kuroki.
Yeah, you're right. This is crazy. And GH is here now. The tower's still going to be taking more damage. Miracle's going to join in here, and Boxy's going to throw down the arena, tries to get to the other side of the wall, and he does. But the coil's going to be finally expended to be able to get the kill. Looks like they may still lose it based off, or lose the tower based off the siege wagon, but we'll have to see. Once again, the Vanguard coming into play for the Centaur, allowing him to survive solo.
We used to call that makeout tower.
That's a cool play. I love it. With the Medallion, with the Enchantress, like this creep is so unbelievably tanky. They can just set up to push the tower.
Dire structures are fortified.
Gold will be taken away from the side of Liquid as they will look to pressure bottom anyway. Control, he's alone. We're going to look to hurt him a little, but he's got Vanguard and he's got every spell.
On the other side of things, here comes Koifa.
Nice wrap.
Very good wrap, and they'll continue to keep damage on the tower now that the core is gone out of lane. That damage is not quite enough. Taiga will survive. This is why, okay, so 4 Enchantress is on my list to try out this patch because I think we saw Taiga use it before. It looks so good with Solar Crest. You're just insanely tanky.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, and like any attention you get, if you build Hood after Solar Crest, then it's just like attention will be drawn to you at some point, and you will probably just eat spells and not die. So
Radiant's courier has been slain.
With that catapult wave still alive, they just get the tower fully. Okay.
Now this is a battle.
Getting surrounded here though. We're waiting for an opportunity. He has a coil in 2.
Can they kill him? Can they throw all their nukes? They basically have to be able to catch him in the stun here before the sounds wears out. He's not able to get off the spin. Nicely played. Spin goes off the last second. The magic damage has already been done. Avalanche over the top is going to be able to land on a couple here. The Fatal Bond's just between Mind Control and Miracle here, and they're running out of damage with Koifa. Haven't already used the Avalanche. They're just going to have to leave Insania behind. Miracle, great patience by him that nets them 2 kills.
And Kuroki, what the? Okay, I guess the bottle was still able to be refilled. He refills Miracle's bottle as he TPs mid to. Looks like at the time. He does, and they do slow down a little bit of that Liquid pressure. Liquid still dominantly in the lead, as they did do so well in the lane, especially versus AlcodeTV. But that's a big hit.
A prize.
It does feel like we have these first 2 games, and we're being able to see these 2 teams and how they play this patch on the other side of the equation, right? Nigma this time, they've got the later game lineup with the Phantom Lancer. Liquid, they're the ones who have to take these early towers and try and pressure.
And make sure they don't give up too many kills early on, especially with Boxy. Like this setup, this ward that Kuroki just placed down, it's gonna net them a quick kill here onto this Mars.
Yeah. Oh, they used their 2 stuns.
Just kidding.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He didn't even TP base.
Yeah.
He just TP'd to the tower from mid. So he's actually going to be able to show up to the fight. Bit of a mistake there coming out from Nigma using all that lockdown with that coil. Miracle was, I think, like 5 seconds till he did have that available. All right, that's pretty nice.
I'm so impressed by players who are able to have the wherewithal to be able to read the situation of like, oh, hey, they don't have any stuns, and oh, also I'm not panic TPing back to base. I'm also just gonna, TP out to one of the other lanes or TP to a tier 2 or something.
Yeah, crazy conscious decision by Boxy. Yeah, he's around mid for this smoke, looking to grab Kuroki. They have a catapult here, so they want to try to pressure onto the tower a little bit.
Taiga's
going to swing.
Radiant's top tower is
using
under
his
attack.
Centaur again. They're going to go on to Insania here. He's spotted up on the high ground. It'll probably be bursting down, but they may still be able to catch him as they got the toss. Okay, the spear was still enough. He ended up going over the arena walls, and I was a bit concerned that they were going to miss out on that kill because of that awkward dyssynergy that they have, but nuke damage was enough.
I love seeing that interaction. I love the air spikes into the spears flying over the walls and whatnot. Quite the blink reveal coming into play right there.
Yeah.
Quick catch, and that's why they picked this Tiny this game versus the puck, that instant disable that you can get, that instant burst. Always going to be a factor that Miracle needs to watch out for. As actually, this was kind of cool. This is rarely Storm, but they just are passing between the ocean or between each other in the river.
Oh, okay. So, Koifa, he's got enough mana now for his combo, so maybe he gives it off to somebody else at some point. That's funny.
Yeah, him and Boxy were kind of just like trading it around in the river until they had enough mana for combos when they were chasing.
Yeah, there are certain offlaners that love that mask, and Mars is certainly one of them.
Yeah. And PL, as we said, Nigma, it's going to be time before AlcodeTV feels comfortable to join in. Maybe even not in with the first item. Maybe we'll take that second item. So Nigma needs to weather the storm. They need to just make sure that they don't lose this mid tower in particular, since they've lost those other towers so early on, versus this pressure that's going to be coming up from Liquid soon with this blink from Koifa. And speaking of Koifa too, he's got a haste rune, so definitely can still look to make these active plays around the vision, as he's just stalking GH right now. But so GH also watching him.
The way I view the this matchup of Juggernaut Phantom Lancer, I feel like it's better for the Phantom Lancer than he used to be, because isn't both the Shard and the Aghanim Scepter like really favorable for you against PL?
Yeah, absolutely, but also Mickey can go for Battle Fury. It's like Maelstrom is still super valuable, but the fact that he can go for Battle Fury and it's like even more value versus PL might be pretty decent for Mickey. Got that straight up raw physical, and he will have Solar super early on.
Everything they have to try and take down Mind Control, still not enough. They do have the Fatal Bonds on here with the Golem out to see if they can finish him off. The Omni Slash sticking onto Miracle with a spin as well. No phase shift, but he does get a little bit of bumper in health. He jumps away just in time. The Fatal Bonds is still dishing out some damage, but it's not enough to get a kill anywhere until they kill the Tusk at least. Oh, Koifa with a swing, managed to catch Miracle still. AlcodeTV did show up to the fight, and they killed Boxy on the side. He attempted to TP away under tower, but it's still a win for Liquid.
Yeah, they need to turn this into tower. Nigma, they really want to try to hold on to this.
Just keep going.
Give up some more kills.
The alley-oop sends him over to Kuro. Kuro tries to keep himself alive with the drain, but eventually the suck runs out, and Taiga, he gives away the Solar Crest, and he kind of needs that extra armor right now. Nigma do hold their tier 1 tower, though.
They do. And AlcodeTV, as you said, he shows up with that defusal. He swings over. He's able to at least get himself a nice kill onto Boxy. Koifa, though. Man, Koifa's so hot on the Tiny lately. 5-0-1. Power runes aplenty. Great connections and combos. But yeah, tower's alive. So Nigma, it hurts a little bit, but hey, it's all about the PL in this game, and you keep your tower alive.
Another one. As GH does manage to dodge the spear with the snowball here. The shards can give him a little bit of extra distance as well. Miracle's here, and they've actually run the team a little bit too far. They throw down the arena to be able to keep everybody out. Can that save Koifa's life? They're going to pop the Centaur ultimate here. Stampede to try and run him down even further. Koifa blink up in a second. He's away. Boxy, not so lucky. A spear? Oh, he actually does manage to kill it. A TP out as well. They don't have any more TP. Oh,
play by Boxy. Oh my, that might be one of the biggest highlights actually for me. Just like that ulti and just being able to turn, and he survives. That was so sick by Boxy.
The scan pinged Koifa. They know he's still here.
Under attack.
So they have to know he's on the right-hand side. They'll see him now. Coldfoot, oh, he blinked away before Miracle can hit him with damage, and now the Liquid, he's got backup.
Much
so
like Cordwood before Axe's axe. Dire's top tower is under attack. The red mist
taking the mid tower, so Scream stay alive a little longer, getting the push going. Mickey got Battle Fury. Pretty good timing for him. He's also got the Black Liquid, but he's gonna go now.
They can burst him down. They can burst him down. They've got him. Mickey's dead.
No crowd shall cheer you.
Smooth rotations from Nigma and Mickey. Not expecting that one at all. He's not even in vision or anything. It just was them walking into him in the river there with Mind Control face checking.
Mind Control sees an opportunity to hit this tier 1 tower a few more times to retaliate, allowing him to chip away. Liquid starts setting up. Koifa, he found the initiation on a Miracle with a spear on through. They bursted down the mid of Nigma. Koifa, he's in trouble. He's dead. Caught by the shard and the drain. Really good area control there from Nigma. AlcodeTV wants to keep it going, but he's inside the arena. The real one gets speared. Boxy finds the opening, but they don't have any damage out of it. And Kuro is actually healing him up. This is troublesome for Liquid. Nigma's looking good for this team. Finds the Omni Slash, bounces over, and actually sticks over to AlcodeTV until he doppelgangers into the river. Now, Mind Control is pretty tanky, but these crits, they're chunking him down. Now they're going to go for the spin, but Mickey doesn't want to overextend himself. He actually retreats, dropped the healing ward. AlcodeTV, who trying to deal with it with an illusion, was unable to do so, so he will back up to his side as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under
attack. Such patience. Like you said, these players just understanding like the absolute best of it. Mind Control, while he's running right there, his Stampede comes up. He doesn't even use it. Like, he's so confident he's going to survive because of the tankiness. Now they'll have it for the next move on Nigma, and they've done a great job of just stopping the pressure from Liquid. It's now pretty much dead even. bouncing between less than 1k and 1k gold advantage for Liquid,
Dire
but same
structures
thing for that
can take
experience,
all
and
the
Pia
hurt
is starting to
Radiant
get away
cares
with a
to
lot.
heap upon it.
And that, yeah, that as you were kind of alluding to there, that is kind of concerning for Liquid, right? This Phantom Lance is getting a bit bigger. Now they're going to find an opening here onto Taiga. While he's silenced, he's not able to get out that heal, so he's easily caught in Insania. He's also dead here. Those two pickoffs like that, perhaps even more, but the host not landing on a Boxy. Boxy going for the TP out. The Avalanche is going to be able to cover him to get away, but it's Nigma who take the mid tower first off of those two pickoffs.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They know the Warlock Golem is down, they know Omni Slash is down, they know the Mars ult is down, so they just sheerly run right through everything to just go for that tower, go for any type of kills. And they'll get them, and they'll continue looking to go for this pressure play, continue to now grab some vision around this high ground that you usually can't at quite an early time. And it's 17 minutes, so some new neutral items that they can pick up. And they'll get blessed with the absolute best neutral item in the game.
I got your message a little bit late. You're talking about the Nether Shawl casually on Faceless Void the entire game. Yeah, this item is pretty insane.
Yeah, no, if it fits the right game for it, you know, that item just can change everything. You know, Void had 25% free magic resist in the entire game that he held. He even got like tier 3 items. He kept Nether Shawl the whole game.
Radiant's courier has been slain.
They also just got Van Brace as well, so they've got two different options to deal with magic damage now.
Oh, hey, an ensnare from the troll catches Miracle, and now an arena has caught several heroes inside. The spear doesn't actually latch, hits an illusion instead. They're going to try and focus down mind control. 3 more seconds until a stampede is up. Omni Slash, snowball, they can stampede off of this as well. There they go, running away. The gold's going to be dropped. They do manage to still bring down mind control. Taiga is going to be swept up in the swarm of illusions from ILTW as he looks for the second support. This one's Insania, but he's actually got to get out of here. There's a lot of magic damage being dealt right now. He jumps to the other side of the river. The Fatal Bond on the real one. He finished up Insania, but his life may be forfeit for it. It's a long toss over. Boxy is thrown in and finishes him off with a spear. Now they're going to catch GH as well. The Fatal Bond shows where Kuro is, so Koifa, he takes him out as well. Okay, the toss not quite enough, but Kuro, he's unlikely to go anywhere here. Miracle, you're all alone, my friends. I don't think he can do much.
Koifa continues just impress so much this game, this
tower
series.
is not
He just
what it
seems
used
to
to
always
be.
find the right
That is
target,
for
gets the puck,
certain.
Stampede comes off, he resets, waits for his Blink Dagger, gets the jump on the Stampeding Centaur that's trying to escape, gets the cleanup. And Mickey, during the entirety of it, he's just hitting the PL. He's actually cleaving down those illusions, so they're not able to actually overwhelm the fight. Great execution coming out from Liquid.
Yeah, between Limp's performance on Tiny earlier, I mean, he's a tiny god, but like now Koifa showing how strong this hero is as well. Definitely feels like Tiny is going to make a comeback this patch.
Yeah, and I at first, like, I'm still not super like fond of it in like the support role, but when I see it in this mid role, I'm definitely liking how much it can do, especially versus Puck. That instant disable, it's always going to be a big factor. I want to say that Miracle didn't have the Nether Shawl on him there. I believe he still had Faded Brooch, so he actually gets popped because he doesn't have that extra magic resist. Now he'll have it, so now it'll be a little bit tougher for Koifa to just remove Miracle from the fights. Pretty sure that's right. I couldn't really click on it this time. He died so quickly.
Yeah. Of course, all that started with him denying the ward, but inside of the pit, Nigma actually going to try and force something out of Liquid right now. Now, Taiga putting himself on the front lines. He is a tanky boy. He's got Vanguard, he's got Solar Crest, and he's got his heal going. So he can just serve. He's like a weird tank where he just kind of like walks in casually and gets a bunch of information. Stampede's going to go down. They spotted Insania. Oh, he dies so fast. And in fact, Juggernaut, Mickey, he's dead as well potentially. If they can finish him off, he's trying to spin. The healing ward kept him up a little bit longer. He actually kind of going back in with the Omni Slash going off. It's bouncing around. ILTW losing all of his illusions. He's down to about a third, but a stomp comes in. ILTW hits a monster swing. They managed to finish off Mickey. The Fatal Bonds with the Avalanches bring Nigma low though in Liquid. They will still triumph in this fight, even as they've lost their carry and are unable to hunt down Nigmas. ILTW gets out alive. It's a win for Liquid.
Holy moly. Beautiful stuff from mind control, but it doesn't matter. Liquid, they're able to hold themselves there. They did get the kill onto that Juggernaut, though, and ILTW does get away, but still some crazy fight back to Liquid stuff. I'm bringing it out.
Oh, yeah, insane. Like, if he doesn't hit that stomp, then they don't kill Nicky. Very likely, I feel like they're going to lose ILTW as a result. And Liquid probably takes Roshan as well off of that. But because that stop, it means Liquid don't get a ton out of that team fight.
Dire's middle tower
And now
is under
Quakefoot,
attack.
just continuing to do all these impressive moves in these last fights, just the constant resets and Ava tosses he's getting. He finds himself another Shaltu, and he's got an Echo Saber, and he's level 16, so he is still having a phenomenal time of the shutdown here.
That's not the snowball you wanted. Hey, Boxy. I like that. He pump fakes it just a second there, realizing, okay, I don't want to shoot him over the cliff or anything. Let me wait until he's closer to the ground before I spear him.
This is going to start being problematic for ILTW. Like, Taiga almost has Crimson Guard. That's going to be able to block out all that illusion damage. Mika is doing a great job of cleaning it all up. Koikfa's going to be able to clean up illusions decently, too, because of this Echo Saber. Gonna feel a little hard for the PL, even though they have this great scaling. I think Liquid's starting to get some good solutions.
Stampede's gonna go on. They managed to get the spear onto Miracle, but they don't have any damage because they're inside of the pit right now. The fight is pretty split. The Golem and the Arena are now down. They didn't get any kills for it, and Roshan wasn't finished up either. Liquid with an awkward initiation there, and it might have just spoiled things for them. They may be 5,000 net worth up, but they don't have a way to be able to fight just right now.
No, they may even smoke on the side of Nigma because they have this coil available. They don't have Stampede, but they've got some great ways to catch.
Okay,
he's going to be on the front. Taiga is going to try to catch it.
Yeah, he's going to do all game long, right? Like,
Dire's
he wants to be right in the middle of everybody if possible. Nigma rotating all the way around here. And they could potentially catch him. Taiga is still going to break the smoke first here. ILTW, not quite sure what to do with this Enchantress. Look at this upheaval positioning from Insania, slowing down mind control. GH is going to roll out of there to the right-hand side. They're going to focus on Boxy for now, but Yule Scepters and a blink is up. He's going to be able to get away. Meanwhile, Koifa stuck inside the coil by himself. Almost managed to blow up GH. Life drain sucking him with his life away. Koifa is going to go down. He does have a buyback and immediately expends it, as well as GH. Chasing down the Witchblade. Now going for Boxy at half health. He will manage to retreat and reset things. Nigma, a big 5-on-5 clash, but they both walk away. One casualty and a buyback. They are ready for another 5-on-5.
They can catch Koikfa again. That's going to be everything. Around that Roche, she's going to be dead for such a long time. That's probably going to be the biggest thing that Nigma's looking for here, is ILTW feeling very strong.
Doppelganger's up ahead, oh no! Oh, the spear! It got changed by the Centaur instead of ILTW. He's still in trouble. The Fate of Bonsout is there. Kuro trying to heal him up as best as possible. Stamp landing on the Koifa. Koifa at half health, but he's going to be fine. Nigma, they know this team fight is bad for them. ILTW, he gets tossed up. He doesn't manage to TP away. Neither does Mind Control. It was an opportunity for Nigma to put a stamp on this game. ILTW courageously just runs up the high ground, and it's a disaster for them.
Very courageous. Very bold move from him just charging in. Yeah, that was just weird. Liquid just got like the dream setup. They're able to just get the bars.
Almost got a miracle there, but not quite. As yes, it's that fine line we always talk about, right? Right, Fogged?
Yep. If you pass the line, you know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liquid gets that one handed to him, and Taiga's build is absolutely working. You know, he breaks the smokes. He's just running in the front lines. Gonna have Crimson Guard for the next upcoming fight too. And now they've got an 8k gold lead. This Jug now gets the secondary item to counteract that PL. It's got the Maelstrom.
Looking at the way,
shard, but either way, he'll probably get it if they're playing for a second roach timing or something like that. Oh, he'll get it next.
Looking at the way that they're scaling, does this cause you to reevaluate the Phantom Lancer's ability to carry this game? Because I see this as like maybe the Juggernaut by himself can't outcarry the Phantom Lancer, but Koifa is doing a lot of AoE damage. We've now got, you know, like this Mars is pumping out. It seems like together they kind of can answer the Phantom Lancer threat, like the Crimson Guard you were talking about. There's a lot of problems for him.
Absolutely. When they have this type of gold lead, yeah, I think if the gold ever gets to like a leveled out kind of point, then it's going to start becoming a lot harder, because that PL, and even though the rest of his heroes are going to be a lot tankier, but the fact right now the Jug can just hold his ground, and he has the other two cores able to contribute and they have the Crimson card now and Enchantress. It's going to make ILTW's life definitely a lot harder. These illusions won't be as rampant.
Dyer's top tower is under
the Mars
attack.
and the Tiny, they can kill those illusions.
Dyer's structures are fortified.
The hard timing may change things quite a lot for Nigma. We'll have to wait and see.
Dyer's top tower is under attack. The
Level 20, Mickey.
At Radiant's middle
Going for
tower.
that Aghanim Scepter next.
Dyer's top tower is in one of them.
How's the farm going? I was checking. Okay, Kuroki's the one getting the most of it. He's just got Aetherlens and he's going for Aghanims. No type of ways to really buff up besides Medallion.
Oh, duels. They're just yeah, they're going straight forward. They said GH is a kill. That's fine enough.
Much like Cloakwood.
That's why he was the one who bought that last team fight. I forgot about that. So yeah, of course Foxy's gonna go for that kill. That is a killer move.
Dyer's top barracks are under
They can
attack.
just snap and they can keep working on this melee round. I don't think Nigma can stop this at all. You gotta just watch.
Yeah.
Fortunately, careful to not get tossed back too.
Business of war. Dyer's top barracks have fallen.
Fortunately for Nigma, they do still have tier 2s up on the sides. So it's not like Liquid can immediately go high ground again, but at the same time, I only see Phantom Lancer farming during this time, so he's the only one.
Yeah, he's the only one getting anything, and Mickey, now he has the Mjolnir, so even better solution versus all those PL illusions. It's starting to look very difficult for ILTW to carry this team on his back by himself. He needs the help from his other two cores, but his other two cores, they've been getting addressed. Miracle always getting gone on, mind control below the Enchantress now in net worth too. Definitely struggling.
Taiga preemptively pops the heal, and he face checks it, and he's right. He can survive through this one. The spear, it lands. ILTW with an Omni Slash on him as well. A 1-2 punch that takes out the carry of Nigma. They're going to hunt for more. Koifa tosses Kuro up in the air. They still have some buybacks left on the side of Nigma, but it potentially is a last stand for them here. Oh, look at mind control.
He might need to start cutting creep waves.
Yeah.
They're gonna end the game before our PL is ever in a position to actually play a little bit better now. So he'll buy some time, perhaps.
It's a great play. If they cut both of these waves, top and middle, then they will save the Phantom Lancer's buyback as long as they don't get caught here. Oh no.
There's two creeps that made it.
Two creeps.
They survived. And they used them.
Foxy?
Of course.
I'm not sure if he has enough damage by himself. He'll do a lot to Miracle for sure, and it'll keep him busy for a while, but eventually he's going to be able to phase shift to Blink. Let's see if Foxy can keep pace. No, he's not even going to try. He's like, all right, I did my job. My team is hitting the mid lane. There's no cores there. There's nobody at home right now. The door has been kicked in. Mickey is raiding the entire living room right now.
And Koifa continues to just chase mind control around, be annoying, just combo him every time he does show himself. And yeah, they'll likely finish this one up, but PL is respawning.
Yeah.
See if they're
going to be in kind of deep. Dual Scepter, they're going to catch him with the green again. They will. ILTW just TP'd in and may just get 100 to 0. The snowball actually got him out of the arena. What a save from GH. Does that keep him alive? It does. ILTW will be allowed to reset and heal. That's not the end of the game just yet, but it was damn near close to it.
Dyer's middle
My guy,
barracks have
honestly,
fallen.
Foxy is just... between him and Koifa, I actually don't know who's the MVP of this game right now. They're both just having such incredible individual performances. But Foxy, he's been the one to catch this PL time and time again, and I think him buying the shard is actually really cool. I think this burn and this extra slow that works for his PL is actually quite nice, being able to catch two heroes too. It's working out great.
Big problem with Phantom Lancer, right, is he's got so many illusions. Sometimes they tank the spear. 2 targets means a better chance of being able to hit the real Phantom Lancer. And yeah, I mean, ILTW, to be honest, in TPing in that aggressively, I feel like that can't be your play. But GH's snowball was very cute and got ILTW away to safety there.
I feel like he's thinking that he's just a lot more like elusive than he really is versus this Tiny and this Mars. But Liquid have kind of just put a stop to that over and over again. These two are just really having such a good game for themselves, and they're level. Foxy's level 20. He's actually higher level than
Tower is under
seriously.
attack.
And now he's got the extra spear stun duration, so
Carnage underway. Radiant
watch out for that.
fallen. Dyer's bottom tower.
All right,
that's massive heal.
Many wounds. Dyer's bottom tower.
All the creeps are going to be backed up. They're all trucking real fast, too. Drops the bottle as he pops the double damage. He says, thank you very much, Koifa. I'm going to use this DD for us to be able to take the tier 3. The spear comes out, going on to GH. GH, he's dead with no buyback. 40 seconds on the clock for him. He's Liquid. continue their assaults. And yeah, Taiga, he's like, don't worry guys, I'll deal with the nether ward. Decrepifying makes things a little bit harder for him.
Down in the dirt.
It's just so hard for the PL to do anything with all these.
Toss back. Avalanche as well. Mind control. He's going to be forced to use the Stampede there. Mickey actually keeping pace, but he doesn't want to overextend himself. They do have the Aghanim Scepter and the Coil. The Stomp is there as well. Mickey's getting low. Can they finish well? They do. He falls. Now the BKBs from both Boxy and Koifer are going to try and hold out on this team fight. ILTW, though, he's going to start burning away their mana. ILTW's got to be careful of his real hero here. They caught the real one. Dual Scepter, can they get the spear? They do. Does Koifer have the damage behind it? No, they call for a reset. They say, get out of here, guys. It's time to go. We've lost our carry in Mickey. Let's not push this too far. They may try and go back into the arena. They're going to be able to catch him. Boxy, you're insane. He goes in, tries to take out Kuro, and he does. Maybe they can catch Miracle as well with a toss up in the air. Almost managed to get him. ILTW stuck inside the shard. GH. Oh no, he's holding back his own carry as Miracle does manage to get away to the side. Boxy.
Taiga takes 0 damage.
Taiga has taken 0 damage whatsoever. It is giving time for Boxy and Koifa to be able to find their openings back into the team fight. They've got Fatal Bonds on ILTW. Playing it slow. Boxy now jumping in. Does manage to get the spear onto GH, but the real problem is he's been burned out of mana now by LTW. He's taking very little damage, but bit by bit, they will work him down. Unless they can do something here, he's actually going to just go ahead and pop BKB, teleport out. They had nothing to deal with that one. Instania, we thought maybe somebody needed his help. Would be terribly wrong about that. The other 3 lasted for like 45 seconds by themselves, Instania. Without dying, you show up, and 2 seconds later, you're dead.
Nigma has to just throw everything out onto one hero, and then the rest are just too tanky. And Taiga, Boxy, and Koifa, these 3 together, they don't have the damage at all. They can whittle down their mana and whatnot with ILTW, but they're having severe damage issues once they just take out that one target. And Mickey, people say how important he is, but his teammates are just having such a good game, Boxy and Koifa, that they're able to actually stand toe-to-toe with PL.
Yeah, this is kind of just how Liquid plays Dota, right? Is that Mickey may be a great carry, but they seem to try and put the emphasis on each one of their cores, and sometimes even Taiga, to be able to carry games. And we're certainly seeing the power of Boxy and Koifa in this one. Is 30-18 Nigma. It's a rough game 3 for them. Potential loss, and they have to take some risks here to be able to change the game state. They're going to smoke up. Look at his position for Boxy, though. Kuro, he plays the ward on the high ground, sees, okay, that's where the Mars was. We're still going to try and do this Roshan, but are they going to be able to do it fast enough?
Everyone's back up on the side of Liquid. Taiga, he's about to go face check it.
They're going to smoke up now. Taiga, you got to get in there soon. Roshan actually only at half health. Taiga's going to go in. Okay, they get the information. They know the real Phantom Lancer is here. Jumps outside of the pit. Miracle is forced to go for the silence. They're going to be able to walk the gate, and they do. He has no buyback. This could be a big win for Nigma. Boxy playing it out inside of the arena, but again, he can't really do a whole much against ILTW, so he just has to BKB TP out. Taiga, oh, stuck in the shards. That's a good one, GH. That combo, they'll work down Taiga as well. As tanky as they are, they need Mickey to do the damage.
2 times now they've gotten him perfectly. The Ag's coil, the silence, the coverage, everything. And they didn't focus absolutely everything on him. LTW down. Oh, that heart's not much. So the Tiny and the Mars don't actually kill out those illusions. They actually do need Mickey. And somehow, Nigma has punched back when they're 2 racks down. They somehow just win a nice fight finally around the Roche. And that's going to be the shard for free, right? For ILTW. And he'll have an Aegis and Cheese to boot. Yeah, they still have some hopes in this game.
Yeah, certainly. I think the shard adds so much to this Phantom Lancer, when a large part of this game, right, is them being able to burn out the mana of Boxy and Koifa. Like, they may not be able to kill them very quickly, but if you just take away their mana, then they don't have any offensive capabilities left.
Yeah, and he might just be able to overwhelm them. If they can keep getting these initiations, it's really going to be everything. Like, Mickey just has to be a little bit more careful about how he goes into the front. I think they're going to have Koifa and Boxy just even playing like the siegers, like when they're hitting buildings, they might be the ones who have to do it, and then Mickey follows up. Yeah, if this happens like 1 or 2 more times, Liquid's going to be in trouble. And this, like, it's every little thing coming in together too. Like, I actually didn't get to point it out, but Miracle found the ceremonial robe. So the status resistance, the magic resistance that's coming in, that little bit of extra control, it's everything versus Kuro giving us a little smile. Finally.
Not too often you get to see emotion out of that man. When you do, it's 10 times sweeter as a result.
Right, when you have that feeling, you know, you're at this big deficit, you know, 2 racks is down, and you get that type of play. It's like, wow, we just back-to-back killed their carry. When we're this far behind, you know, you got to get a little.
Yeah. And that means this game could change quite a lot, as you said, with the shard pickup soon. If they get Aghanim Scepter from the Centaur, they get Butterfly as well. Like, that is an immense amount of damage mitigation that they can get. You know, you've got the 40% damage mitigation from Stampede if the Omni Slash goes down. You've also got the Butterfly Mischance available as well.
They're going to hit some really big timings right here, too. Like Puck Miracle, we haven't really decided anything because he just got kind of this whole gold influx just now. He has 4,600, so he can even go for some big impact item. Maybe even something like a Hex. Maybe he goes for Refresher. I'm not sure which one it's going to be. But he can go for some more type of control to just keep going for this jug. And if they do, like we said, if they do this like one or two more times, Liquid might just lose the game.
Yeah, and I think why it's actually kind of unfortunate for Nigma, the fact that they do have this technical pause that's happening right now, because it does allow Liquid to, in a way, reset their mindset, talk about what's going wrong in the team fight, and gank Miracle. And gank Miracle! Oh, man!
Your keyboard's not working? Nigma will be able to get the roast at the least, but Liquid getting a kill that's quite unlikely probably. If the pause didn't happen, they were able to set themselves up, get their idea in. All right, they do get a kill.
And this now for the Pugna. So that's a damn decent upgrade there for sure. As you said, able to play the back line with the additional cast range that he's getting from both the neutral item and the Aether Lens.
Yeah, that'll definitely be nice. He's probably not going to be anywhere near the fights now, but he should be able to keep his distance nicely. This is huge though. Cheese also on mind control, kind of perfectly fits the Centaur. He has 2,590 HP, 2,500 health heal, as he's been kind of tanking up, and he's been dropping low in a lot of the fights. Like if he just gets his burst heal and he can reinitiate, it can be pretty big for Nigma. As what's the shift down? Let's say. So it's like nearing like 16k gold lead, nearing 20 plus experience lead, down to 10k gold lead, 10k experience lead, and that win probability even 7% to Nigma now.
Yeah, from what was pretty close to 99% before. Nigma, you've got a chance.
Okay, Miracle, after he dies, he buys Aeon Disc. He's like, all right, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Enough of your foolishness. He's not going to go for some super selfish or greedy item. He's going to go for the safe route.
Yeah, that's fair. And really, does he need to do that much damage, right? Like, as long as he's surviving and getting off, like, a good enough coil, AlcodeTV can pull a lot of the weight.
Yeah, and it's like, he's hitting level 20 as well, too, so it's like, your talents all just start becoming that much better when you're there, so he wants to survive a long time in fights. So, yeah, this makes sense. Multiple different silences now that he's got the talent with double talent, the silence duration, and the cooldown. Can definitely be a big factor versus that jug.
Looking ahead a little bit, I've seen this a couple times. The critical strike on Phantom Lancer. I think it was after like the Doppelganger CD got nerfed a little bit. Do you still go the cooldown in your opinion, or do you like the increased damage?
Ooh. I don't know if he need the damage? That's the only thing I'm questioning, right? Like the way that they killed the jug 2 times, I think he might be feeling that if he can just amass an army, he might not need it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely it's gained a lot. I don't know, I still feel like I just see most people.
All right, well, the double golem drop with the Aghanim Scepter, that'll add something here. If they can get Insania to level 20, that will be some additional AoE stuns they could really use.
And it's changed the way the interval does work. I actually haven't gotten to see it in practice, what that interval even means. I'll be completely honest with you, so looking forward to see it too.
Yeah, does that, I'm going to assume that means they chain stun.
That's what it looks like. That's what I would imagine. I didn't actually test it. I didn't get to test it. It's one of those things that get to look at for Warlocks. Because I didn't imagine a lot of Warlocks are going to be getting Ags.
Yeah.
That they never really do.
Yeah.
He would never fall.
All right, creeps are inside the base. They got to make sure they don't want to have to blow their glyph or anything like that if fast assault comes in. So come back to their base. Make sure that Liquid aren't going to do anything crazy here.
pretty huge item, neutral item that Liquid was able to get on mid game. He's got a Minotaur horn. This can be something to bail him out of some tough situations where he's just like, he's getting coiled and silenced and everything like that. But if he's not silent, or if he's not coiled during the stun duration, he can get that Minotaur. He can turn, potentially save himself in a lot of situations now.
Yeah, it may mean that you don't have to, like, you can still Omni Slash out of coil. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it means in this situation, he doesn't necessarily have to spin to be able to try and get off his Omni Slash or something immediately afterwards. He could just, okay, I'm kind of coiled, I'm silenced.
He can just insta-click it. Yeah, he can just protect himself completely from like the chain stun and the burst that can come out. Then that's really seems like it's the name of the game. Just keep himself alive a little bit longer, so he can not get 100 to 0'd.
50 seconds. Nigma are not, seemingly anyway, they're not forcing anything with the remnants of this Aegis. Maybe they will, but it's cutting it a little close.
Yeah, it really is. But they got a lot of farm. But actually, the gold actually kind of started swinging. Golden experience started swinging in Liquid's favor after the rush. So.
All right, well, Aegis is going to expire. They do get very close to level 25, and seems like ILTW really wants that.
Yeah, he bought the tome, or someone fed him the tome there. They just want to be able to get that talent online.
And of course, Liquid, they know exactly when the Aegis expires, so they're going to smoke up, see if they can surprise Nigma, catch him right as the Aegis expires in an awkward position. Of course, Nigma's already well prepared for this, I feel like, in some ways. They're playing around each other. They know the likelihood of Liquid trying to make a smoke play at this point. Overwhelming
blink
for Boxy.
They gotta be careful on this high ground here. Miracle.
Smoked up. Ooh. Miracle does manage to get a 3-man coil. LTW. He's gonna go in on this one. He's gonna try. Fatal Bonds. He's poking at him, but Arena's gonna go down, try and protect him. They do manage to get Miracle, but GH with the catapult with the snowball. Ozzy slides on to mind control. Will manage to take him out, but he does have a buyback. Miracle should be able to jump away, no problem. Boxy chains after him with overwhelming blink. ILTW starts burning away some of that mana. Miracle's quite low. So is Kuro. Koifa right on top of both of them. He will manage to take out Kuro, but the phase shift of Miracle allows him to be able to get away. ILTW keeps on going in, but is being rebuked every single time. Speaking of rebuke, a big God's rebuke comes in, takes out GH. Number of buybacks coming in is Liquid. Start retreating back a little bit. A two-man stomp coming out from Mind Control. In the back lines, Miracle got super low with the phase shift and actually does get wiped out. He couldn't blink away fast enough. The spin damage came in, tossing Mind Control back inside of them, but the snowball, it holds him in. Can he blink out? Can they reset? They're actually going to go in for it. It's ILTW assaulting the back line. Midcase getting burned out of his mana bit by bit. ILTW getting lower and lower. He can't deal with the spin. They've got to get him out now, but he can't. He's going to buy back. They've got to be able to win this on a second coil. Surely Nigma can hold this now. A second round of fights, but another Arena comes in. A snowball going out. He picks up Miracle, tries to get him out, but ILTW fighting alone by himself. Doppelganger's in, going for Insania, but he's not doing any damage to Nick. Nigga with the spin. He's outputting so much. They're trying to heal ILTW. He's running himself away to Siege Wagon. He's trying to get out, trying to disguise himself as best as possible, but his allies are dead. All he's got is his captain now. It's him against the rest of Liquid. Are they going to be able to keep this going? It looks like Liquid, they're going to call for a breather real quick. Make case a bit low. Heal up.
These fights are so crazy, but I'm just still staring at Boxy. I love the build that he goes for the overwhelming blink versus PL2. He just like instantly wipes the illusions off the fight with just a blink and a rebuke. He keeps just resetting and getting so many off. I still have the tab up open to show how many spells were casted. 9 rebukes in the fight, 3 spears, 3 avalanches, 4 tosses. Like the amount of spell usage that was going on in this fight because of positioning and just survivability. Liquid, they just tank up this like 6 healing words, 6 on all, like every single teammate from Insania just sitting in the back line. And now the jump.
Pushes them away. They're going to try and get Megas here while everybody of Nigma is still dead. Yule Scepter and Aeon Disc already popped from Kuro. He's in trouble and maybe leaving ILTW to his own devices here. Flag turn around. Bit of suck. Tries to get out of the trees. He'll be okay. Boxy getting a little bit low here. ILTW, he knows they have to face up against Megas anyway, so there's no sense in risking his own life. They're going to have to play for the extreme comeback now.
And I don't feel like they have damage though in the fights. Like if this Warlock's able to just sit in the back, like I said, Insania casted 6 Shadow Wards on his entire team. Like just looking at the math numbers, it's insane amounts of healing that he just did for everybody. That such a well-executed fight by Nigma trying to fight back with so many buybacks.
They caught him again. They may have just gotten him. No! A stop comes in from mind control, protecting ILTW, but the Omni Slash is sticking with mind control. He can't run. Mickey. He stays on top of Mickey, has had his mana burned away. He delivers himself 3 mangoes to try and deal with this one. The snowball rolling on through. They're going to deal with Mickey, see if they can punch him up, see if they can possibly break the quote, but they can't quite do it. They're burning him out, but he pops the mangoes, pops the spin, and now ILTW is in trouble. As the AoE damage comes raining in, he pops the doppelganger, dodges got Ryu, but they found the real one almost instantly. Taiga laying out the pure damage. Mickey hot on his toes. They try and get him out. Doppelganger, the spear doesn't quite land, but one final shot. No! It's a Crepify. They're actually going to get him back to safety, but will it matter? Liquid taking down the tier 4s. They're chopping away at the throne. Keep your allies alive. We don't care. We take the buildings. We take the 2-1, and Liquid, they get revenge for last season's series against Nigma. They take this series 2-1.
Holy shit, what an ending. That was actually so like beautiful to watch. Insania is definitely chucking to himself. He got, like I said, they just got so many spell casts off because of these tanky frontliners, and I really have to just like salute Boxy in particular this game. Him and Koikfa just popping off, really. Just such an impact from these two heroes. If they weren't this farmed, if they weren't getting these connections, there's a good chance that Liquid actually struggles because of Mickey dying these 2 times. But these two, just consistent and just beautiful stuff from the 2 of them. I love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Liquid showing that they depend on every single person on their roster to be able to pick up these victories. While Nigma, they may lose the series. They made an argument there in that last game 3 to be able to make the comeback against like some pretty crazy odds. I can't believe they got those 2 pickoffs in Mickey in the first place. But ultimately, they drop here against Liquid. Either way, we got to see some great Dota, and we got to see some great teams in action. So great series all around. We're going to go ahead and toss it over to the panel now so they can talk a little bit more about what we just watched.
Thank you.
Juggernaut!